Are you someone that likes to punch everything? And maybe you conveniently love to use fusion grenades. Well, if that's the case, you've come to the right place. Hello everybody, my name is Epigen, and welcome to the mess that is my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing off my best solar neutral game build that I love using inside raids and strikes. And if you don't have a key component like heavy-handed, don't worry. I have a build that works if you like to shoot guns for some reason. Going to the exotics here, we have Ash and Wake for our fusion grenades not only explode on impact, but we also get grenade energy whenever we get a kill with it. And then for our mods, we have 2 impact inductions and an elemental ordnance. Going to the helmet, we have 1 Ashes to assets. I would put 2 if I felt like upgrading this badly stat ruled armor. And then we have elemental charge. We can charge with light by picking up a well. Moving on to the chest piece, we have heavy-handed on here, so that whenever we expend our charge melee, we get half of it back instantly. It's a key component to the build, and it really shines when you have low strength like I do. Moving on to the boots, we have innervation right here, so that whenever we pick up an orb of power, we now get grenade energy out of that. And then we also have a melee wall maker, because, well, we're titans. No explanation needed. Moving on to the mark, we now have 2 bomber mods on, so that whenever we use our class ability, we get grenade energy. And then we have bountiful wells and to get extra elemental wells. Now, it does not matter that there's only 1 melee wall maker and 1 elemental ordnance. You will always be guaranteed to get 2 elemental wells per ability used. So if you use a melee, you get 2, and if you use a grenade, you also get 2. So it's a perfect combo to just constantly always have wells on the ground to pick up. Now, how it starts off is you throw your initial grenade, get the kill, spawn the 2 elemental wells on the ground, go ahead and pick those up, and then punch the next thing you see. And then now you just rinse, repeat, and enjoy. And have fun with the build. Now, I gotta mention, there are some setbacks to this build, as all builds are. Practicality wise, it's not that great if you want to do something in high-end content like a Grandmaster Nightfall or even a Day 1 raid. Sure, you can try and pull it off, but you're just gonna end up just getting rid of all your team's res tokens because they have to pick you up. And for my titans that want to take this into PvP, I hate to say it, but from what I can tell, elemental well mods do not work inside a crucible. So don't go thinking you can just go in there, punch something, get 2 wells, and then immediately have like fonts of might to immediately kill someone. That's not how it works, unfortunately. Wish it was, but that's just not. All there is in terms of combat style mods you can use inside PvP. All there is what is it, high energy fire and some type of charge with light mod. Usually one that synergizes with your weapon. Also, if you're going to use something like this in something like grass or a bolt of blast run, you're going to have no choice but to shoot stuff, because even if you do melee something, it's most likely going to leave them they're going to need 1 more punch to take down, basically. Doesn't matter if it's a red bar goblin or even a little dreg, they're going to need 2 punches to take down. Now, besides all of that, the build worked great. I was always alive. I was always healing myself most of the time. The sunspots were doing work in terms of ad clear. It was a really good build overall, and that's why I still use it. Now, it's not if you want to have super high melee damage, ultimate damage build for melee, then that works too. But that's more of an in-game thing. High risk, high reward. This is just throw crap and have fun. Nothing more to it, really. For the alternative build, the only mods that we are keeping from the original are Bountiful Wells, Melee Wellmaker, and Elemental Ordnance. What's new to the build? Well, we now have on Hallowfire Heart, and what this does is you gain a passive buff to your solar abilities in terms of regeneration. Now, when you have your super, it is now greatly increased of how much energy you get for your abilities. And then, oh my goodness, I keep forgetting about this. And then we have Fonts of Wisdom, which is where when you pick up an elemental well, you also bump your intellect all the way up to tier 10. Now, it ain't much, but it'll do for the build. As you try to get your super as quickly as possible. That's the best way I know how to. Moving on to the helmet, we have Font of Might now. So that way, whenever we pick up an elemental well, specifically a solar one, we now have increased damage to our solar with our silver weapons for 10 seconds. And it's about a 25% increase in damage. Now, what I'd love to use is Sunshot, because, well, it just makes a lot of explosions, so it's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fun to play with. But there are also other options that you can use, for i.e., the good old Teraba, Vex Mythoclast, and Tiku's Divination. Now, why not I just put on Teraba, call it a day there? Well, the main reason why is because the explosions are very potent when spaced against a group of low tier ads. For example, let's say Dregs, for example. Right, you fire a couple shots off, you clear that room in an instant. No doubt about it, because all those explosions will chain off each other, causing one, if your Sunshot's Catalyst, to drop a lot of orbs, at least until before Witch Queen, and two, it's really good to have, and it really does shine. And something like a casual strike playlist, just nothing too serious, just to mess around. Now, the rest of the video will be me showing off what ability charge is without and with your super. And for me, that's about all I got. So if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe and comment on this video, and I'll see you guys next time.